Hello, baseball fans. King Ikeboo coming to you live from the underground bunker deep beneath Tuktoyaktuk, where we are playing the 1900s American League Championship between the 1908 Cleveland Naps and the 1905 Chicago White Sox. This is Game 2 from Cleveland. Game 1 has been played, as you might assume, if this is Game 2, and we'll show you what happened in that one in just a moment after this station break. Let's see where we have it. I should have this open. I thought I did, but I didn't. Okay, so this is what happened. So Cleveland was 8-1 going into the finals against Chicago, who was 6-1. So these two clearly dominated throughout this tournament. And the first game took place at Southside Park in Chicago. Cleveland jumped out to a 2-0 lead, but Chicago stormed back in the 4th and 5th inning where they scored all their runs, 7 runs in total, 6 runs in the 5th inning as they had hit after hit, and Cleveland never recovered, and the final score in Game 1 was the White Sox 7 and the Naps 4. And this was particularly devastating for Cleveland as they had their ace on the mound, Addy Joss, his first loss of the tournament. He was shelled and his ERA jumped to 4.19. Frank Owen was dominating. He's now 3-0 with a 1.71 ERA. Frank Isbell continues to be the story offensively for the White Sox as he went 3 for 5 with a 5.16 batting average currently. So we will start this game by introducing to you once again to remind you of these teams. We'll go to the visiting and leading Chicago White Sox. And as I've said before, 1906, the Hitless Wonders, they're the ones that get the press because they beat the mighty Cubs, the 116-win Cubs in the World Series, thanks to Big Ed Walsh and the pitching staff shutting down the Cubs. But as this tournament has proved, I believe that the 1905 White Sox were the superior team. They have just been incredible in this tournament. And here they are. This is their lineup. Batting first and playing left field, Danny Green. Batting second, the dominating second baseman, Frank Isbell. Batting third, the shortstop, switch-hitting George Davis. Batting third, the first baseman, Jiggs Donahue. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Nixie Callahan. Batting sixth, the manager and center fielder, Fielder Jones. Batting seventh, the catcher, Billy Sullivan. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Lee Tannehill. And today's starting pitcher, a very good pitcher, almost an ace as well, left-hander Nick Altrock. And now we'll go to the home team, the Cleveland Naps, who need to win or else this series is over. Leading off and playing center field, Josh Clark. Batting second, the third baseman, Bill Bradley. Batting third, the second baseman and manager, Napoleon Lajoie. Batting fourth, the first baseman, George Stovall. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Bill Hinchman. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Charlie Piano Legs Hickman. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Terry Turner. Batting eighth, the catcher, Harry Bemis. And batting ninth, today's starting pitcher, Bob Dusty Rhodes. So we will get this one underway. We start the first inning, and leading off is Danny Green, fresh off an NBA championship. Now he's playing baseball for the 1905 White Sox. And gotta get focused now. I get in trouble when there's trying to think of what to say and inputting into ball score. Just too much going on. This is a recipe for disaster. I've recorded many games, but I've had to quit because I just screwed up on the ball score in the middle of the game. And then I said, I got to fix this. And that's horrible video. So I just stopped it. But I got to concentrate today. This is the finals. This could be the last game. We want to get the last game on recording. So we will start this one. We'll roll the dice for Danny Green. And here's his roll. It is 45. 45 is an overflow from the right or the third baseman. And we see Bradley is a 3, so there's no overflow. You have to have a 5 or higher to get overflow. You don't want overflow because that means more errors. But Bill Bradley makes the play. It's a ground ball to third base. Out. 5-3 is the score. And there's one away. So this game is underway, and now it is Frank Isbell, who has, as I've said, 3, 4, 5 times already. He's batting .516 in this tournament, 16 for 31. He has 7 doubles. He has a walk, 2 strikeouts, 3 stolen bases, and he has 5 RBIs and 8 runs scored so far. And so he has been the story. And he's like a half-time player. He wasn't a full-time player. I don't know if he was hurt or what in 1905, but he definitely deserved to start over the other second baseman, whose name was Gus Dundon, who batted .192, and his defense was pretty good, though, S1, but Isbell, was a little bit worse, A2, but his bat is clearly superior and deserves him to be in this lineup, especially in these important games. Here's the roll for Isbell. 91. 91 is a possible wild pitch, but there's nobody on base, so it's a ground out to pitcher. A rare out for Frank Isbell. So it is a... So I'm trying to concentrate. 1-3 is the score. So I'll do more pausing probably. I hope you don't mind. Anyway, next batter is George Davis. He's batting .273, 9 for 33, has 6 RBIs in the series. Here's his roll. 98, that is a Josh Clark. A 3, that's an error. Check. He's a 1, so therefore he doesn't make the error. He flies out. 1, 2, 3, go the White Sox in the first inning, and they are scoreless. And that brings up Nick Altrock, who... He is 2-1, 296 in this tournament. And we go to home, and here's Josh Clark. He's batting .333, 14 for 42. He has scored 11 runs, and he's walked 7 times, and he stole 6 bases. So he's been a very good leadoff hitter for the Naps in this tournament. Here's his roll. 14, that is a walk. 4 is lower than his automatic steal, so he will also attempt to steal second. It's a generic walk. He is on first. Now we'll work out what the roll is for the stolen base. He is an F. 65. Sullivan is an A. He does not affect the roll at all. So 1 to 65 is the roll. We take these yellow dice here, 2 10-sided die, to see if he's successful. Here's the roll, 51. He does steal second base. Successful steal. And we have a man in scoring position now. The first of the game. And Bill Bradley. Will he bunt? He's the bunting man. We've discussed this before. With a man on second. And nobody out. It'd be nice to get that runner to third with 1 out. But instead, he will swing away. He's facing a left-handed pitcher. He has the lefty-righty advantage. So in this case, we will try to give him the green light to swing for a change. Here is his roll. He's batting .282. He has 6 sacrifices. He has 7 RBIs, 11 for 39, and 2 runs scored. Here's his roll. It's a 13. It is a base hit. So good call by the manager, Lajoie, in this case. And we'll look at second to home, hold, risk advancing the score, run a 6D, 1-2 safe, 3-6 out. There's no point with nobody out to try to score, so he will get a base hit, and we now have runners at the corners for the manager and leading hitter, Napoleon Lajoie. He is batting .364 in this tournament, 16 for 44. He has 5 walks. He has 9 RBIs, and he's hoping for more right here to get his team in the lead. But remember, in Game 1, they were up 2-0 too. An early lead means nothing for these White Sox. They will put runs together in bunches. They will save it for the middle innings. Here is the roll for Lajoie. He rolls a 25. 25 is just one above the number he needs. It is the -1 means not only does he not strike out on his own column here, but even on the pitcher's column it goes down to an 80. But it is still an out. Although a strikeout gets you nothing, at least this is what today's baseball needs to remember. Although in this case, maybe a strikeout would have been better because it is a 5-4-3 double play. However, the runner on third with nobody out does advance. No RBI for Lajoie, but the run does score. So we will, as we see, 5-4-3, runner scores, no RBI. Here's the defense. He does not get the wonderful little green dot that means he has an RBI, but the run does score, and it's 1-0 Cleveland. That brings up Stovall with the bases cleared and 2 out. Here's his roll. 0-3 has an extra base hit. He would have loved to have somebody on base. So Stovall's home run number is 5. The ballpark's -10, so 1-5 is an out. 6-84 is a double, and 85-100 is a triple. Here is the roll. 67, he has a double, a 2-out double to set up, hopefully, Bill Hinchman to see what he can do. Hinchman is 250 batter, 10 for 40. Here's his roll. 96, we have a defensive check. That is for George Davis. George Davis's error number is 5. The roll is 3. It is an error. It's a one-base error because it's odd. It's not an odd situation. It's an odd number roll. So we have reach on an error. Advances to third. And the shortstop is the culprit in this case. Davis, first and third, 2 out. That double play really helped out the White Sox in this first inning. Here's Charlie, piano legs, Hickman, cheerful Charlie. Let's hope he's cheerful at the end of this game, as that means the Naps would have won and are still alive and go to the deciding Game 3 in Chicago tomorrow. And I mean tomorrow in the calendar, not necessarily tomorrow recording, although you never know. Here is Hickman's roll. It is a 67. 67 is higher than 65, therefore it's an out. It's a fly ball to left to end the inning. But the Naps break the ice and have a 1-0 lead. We go to the second inning. And we start with Jiggs Donahue. Jiggs Donahue is batting .333, 11 for 33. He has 11 hits in 33 at-bats as I've said. He has 4 RBIs and 4 runs scored. Here's his roll. Right-hander versus left-hander. 65. 65 is a base hit because Rhodes gives up probably an average amount of hits in 1908. So he gives up a base hit, and there's no automatic steal as 5 is greater than 4. So we have a base hit to lead off the second inning. This could be one of those innings that they get a bunch of hits together. Let's see. That's what they've done throughout this tournament. Here's Nixie Callahan, right-handed batter against right-handed pitcher. He is batting .250, 8 for 32. He has 5 RBIs, 2 doubles. Let's see what he does. 13, that looks like a hit to me, so it looks like one of these typical White Sox innings. It's a base hit. The runner on first goes to third if you want to roll a risk. We do not with nobody out. So it's runners at first and second. We know that they will put run hits together, so there's no need to risk. Next batter, Fielder Jones, the manager. He's been the weakest hitter on the team. And I've talked about this before. I don't know if it was in a video that actually got up on YouTube, but that's got to be kind of a bummer when you're a player manager. How can you ball out your players and then give them, hey, play better, when you're the worst hitter on the team? He's not the worst hitter really, because he's .245, and there's others that are worse, such as Billy Sullivan and Lee Tannehill, and Danny Green was 2 points higher than or lower than him. But in this tournament, he is, if not the lowest, one of the lowest. So here he is. He could bunt here. He could hit and run. But he's got the lefty-righty advantage, and the guys below below him are not exactly Babe Ruth with 201 and 200 batting averages. So he will call his own number and say, I'm going to swing away. He has that decision and he has that choice. So he will do it. Here is the roll. 0-3. He has an extra base hit. This is what the White Sox have done throughout this tournament. They slap hits together and they are, again, extra base hit, in fact. So 1-6 is an out. 7-61 is a double. And 62-100 is a triple. Here is his roll. It is an 11. So it is a double. A double. An F exclamation mark runner scores from first. The man at first, I think, is, because it's Nixie Callahan. Nixie Callahan is an F exclamation mark runner. So it is a bases clearing double. 2 runs score. The manager can hold his head high and talk in team meetings once again because he got the big base hit. And this is Billy Sullivan's first appearance in this tournament. That's how confident they were in their playing ability. They put in the backup catcher today. They said, we're winning, we're so good, we can put him in. Give him a chance to tell his grandchildren he played in the American League Championship of the Mad King tournament. Here is Billy Sullivan, his role. He's got a man on second. He could bunt the guy to third. That's what he's going to do. So he can tell his grandkids that he appeared in the big tournament in the American League Championship, but he had to bunt. So here is his roll. We check the red dice. Red dice is 5. That is to... Oh, I should have had this up. These rules. I want to make sure I get them right, Okay, so the rules. Okay, here are the rules. So the 5 goes to the third baseman. Okay, third baseman is a weak arm Bill Bradley, so that means that the successful roll is certain. 1-6. He does not go for the lead runner, even though his arm really isn't into play. He'd be hit to himself and the guy is running to third. But regardless, that's the rules. Weak arm gets... The only thing we roll for now is to see if he has a 1. And that means there could be some special circumstances. Here is the roll. It is a 3. It is a successful sacrifice. Sacrifice advances to third. And so assist goes to the third baseman, Bradley, with his weak arm. And the put out goes to the first baseman this time. No wheel play on. So the man is at third base for Lee Tannehill. He is a 200 batter in real life, and in the tournament, he's batting 269. So we will bring the infield in. Infield in with 2 runs in already, and we don't want any more with these weak sauce batters up. So we will bring the infield in right now. And if we roll a 3 like we're doing, these low rolls, it really won't matter. It'll still be a hit. All right, here's the big roll of the game so far. Here's the roll, 8. So another low roll. I think the White Sox pay the random number generator because they did this exactly same thing in that 6-run inning. Everything was under 10. And they're doing it again. That's a base hit for Tannehill. The run scores, and he goes to first base. 8 is higher than 1. No possible steal. So it's now 3-1 White Sox. And if they keep getting rolls like this throughout this tournament, there could be the greatest team of all time. If they keep this up. Forget the 27 Yankees, 39 Yankees, 06 Cubs, 98 Yankees. We might as well not play. If they keep rolling like this, get innings where they throw everything under 10, then they're going to win this tournament outright no matter what. So here's Ultrock. And there's a runner on first with 1 out. So he will bunt. Here's his bunting roll, 4. That goes to the first baseman. He is a average arm, so a 6 will still get the lead runner. Let's see if he rolls. A 6, so he gets the lead runner. So we have a fielder's choice. Fielder's choice, and that is 3-6. 3-6 fielder's choice. The assists, yep, they do it populated for us. That's good for us. So there's now 2 out and a runner at first, Altrock. Next batter, Danny Green with 2 out. Here's his roll, 37. 37 is a carryover. No, it's not carryover. It's 40s that have carryover. So it's a fly out to left field. And the inning is finally over with a 3-1 White Sox lead. We go to the bottom of the second inning. And Altrock is probably a little bit... He's been on base and his arm is cold, so maybe we can get some runs off of him. Up is Terry Tourn, although we have the 7th, 8th, 9 hitters who aren't exactly great, although Turner has been very good in this tournament. 429, 12 for 28, and 6 RBIs. He's only a 239 hitter in real life. And he has the lefty-righty advantage. Here's his roll, 57. 57 is a lefty-righty advantage roll, so he has a base hit. And he has a chance to steal, which he will have to go. It's automatic steal, that means it's automatic. It means you have to go. So the roll is, he is an F exclamation mark. That's 75. Billy Sullivan's an A. So it's 75. 1 to 75 is a successful sacrifice. 76 to 100 is not. Well, if it's 95 to 100, it is a check on the pickoff. So it's not necessarily higher than 75 is an out. Here is the roll, 41. He does sacrifice. So Turner is at second base with nobody out, trying to get one of those runs back. Oh, the hitter is Bemis, and he's a 125 hitter. He has 2 hits in 16 at-bats. He's only in there because he's the right-handed platoon catcher. And the Naps have faced a lot of left-handed pitchers, so that's why he has 16 at-bats in this tournament. He is not too bad, though. He's better than the White Sox catcher with a 224 average. He just hasn't shown it. And he has no possibility of a walk. The only way he'll get a walk is if there's a 70 or 71 roll, is he's a -2W. He does get hit pitch at 16. 17 to 27 is a strikeout. Maybe we should bunt. No, Bob Rhodes is... What kind of batter is Rhodes? He's about the same as Bemis. So, might be something to think about. To try to get this run for certain. It's not even for certain, though. Because there's a lot of strikeout in Rhodes's statistics. So he's going to swing away. Here's the roll. 41. 41's a carryover on the pitcher. Pitcher is a defensive 5. So there is carryover. But it's a carryover of 1. And we rolled a 2, so there's no error. So the play goes to a line out. And the runners at second pull corner, runners back safely. That's the first time I've seen that. Pull corner, runners back safely. So I think that it's pulled to the corner. So he is a right-handed batter. So it's pulled to third base, and the runner gets back safely. So no getting the lead runner because he wandered too far off the base. So it is an out. Maybe we should have bunted. Line out to the pull corner, who's the third baseman, and the runner stays at second. Brings up the pitcher, Dusty Rhodes. I don't know if that was his nickname, but that's what I'm calling him. One benefit of these... Interesting thing I've noticed throughout this tournament, and a lot of these pitchers, they must have got one home run in like 14 at-bats or something, because if you get the extra base hit, you have a very good chance of a home run with many of them. In fact, I would say that the majority of the home runs hit in this American League 1900s tournament have been by the pitchers. So here we go. Here's his roll. It's a 77. 77 is a walk check. It's higher than a walk. So it's not a walk. but it's a fly out to left field, and the runner holds. So there's now 2 out in this second inning, and that brings up Josh Clark. He's not much of a RBI man, although he has 6 in the tournament, but he does not have the lefty-righty split, as he is a left-handed batter himself. So advantage Ultrock. Here's his roll. 62-62 is a base hit. And all runners score. So a 2-out clutch base hit for Josh Clark, scoring the runner from second base, Terry Turner. And we have a 1-run game again as the Naps score in the second inning, and the score is now 3-2. Oh, I didn't check to see if there was a stolen base. It was a 2. And he's a 5, so it is a stolen base chance. Okay. Good, we checked. So the runner is Clark as an F, so it's 65 is a successful steal. Here is his roll. It's an 18. He steals second base, gets into scoring position. So the tying run's in scoring position for Bill Bradley. Bill Bradley, he singled in the first inning and was eliminated on a double play. Here is his roll for Bill Bradley. He rolls a 69. 69 is higher than the hit of 65, so it's a fly out to right field, and the inning is over. But the Naps do answer with 1, and the score is now Chicago 2, Chicago 3, Cleveland 2. So we go to the third inning, and that brings up Mr. Isbell. Here's his roll. 89. 89 is a strikeout, although Bob Rhodes doesn't strike anybody out, so it's not a strikeout. It's a fly out to center field. Fly out to center field, 1 away, and they're holding Isbell to an 0-2 so far. 0 for 2. Here's George Davis. His roll is a 78. That is a walk check. It's higher than the walk, so he's a fly out to center field as well. A busy Clark. Josh Clark in center field. And that brings up Jigs Donahue. See, they either get 1, 2, 3 innings or they get like 6 hits, this White Sox team. Here's the roll, 0-2. That's an extra base hit. No possibility of a home run. But we'll see what he rolls here. 89, that's a 2-out triple for Jigs Donahue. That's his first triple of the tournament. So we have a runner in scoring position for Nixie Callahan. Callahan has singled and scored one of the 3 White Sox runs. Here's his roll, is a 93. 93 is a check on the first baseman. It's a range check. Stovall is an excellent range fielder, so the 6 does not affect him. And he makes the play, and the inning is over. Ground out. So a very clutch diving stab by George Stovall off a line drive by Nixie Callahan to save a run. So we'll put a star by that one. And it's a ground out, and he uses the pitcher as the cover. He does not score. So the score stays at 3-2 Chicago. We go to the home half of this third inning, and that brings up the manager, Lajoie, who hit into a double play the first time up. Here's his roll, 97. That is a fielding check for Danny Green. It's a range check. He is horrible range, so he gives up a base hit. Leadoff hitter, 7. We know it's possible steal. So we have a base hit for Lajoie to lead the third inning. Here's Stovall. He is an excellent hit and run man. We're going to take advantage of that to stay out of the double play. We've already seen a double play, and that hurt very much the Naps in the first inning. Here is his double play roll, his hit and run roll. And it is a base hit. So the runner goes to third. So they're in business here in their third inning with a hit and run, successful. So first and third for Bill Hinchman. Hinchman has 5 RBIs in the tournament. He reached on an error the first time up. And he will swing away. Here's his roll. It's a 91. That is a wild pitch check. So he'll get another swing regardless. But let's see if there's a wild pitch. 3 is the wild pitch number. Ultrock is a 5. So he gives up a wild pitch. So the tying run scores on a wild pitch. And a runner goes to second. The man on first goes to second. So we have a tie ball game, 3-3. And there's still more to come as the runner is at second base. Now, maybe we should bunt him over. I just don't like bunting when you have the lefty-righty advantage. So he'll swing away. Here is the roll. 0-9. He gets a base hit. And the runner at second scores on a W or A arm. The fielder's the right fielder. He has an S arm, so he does not score. So it's first and third now with nobody out still. Taking page out of the White Sox playbook of putting hits together. They put 3 consecutive hits together, and they have first and third with nobody out here in the third inning. So brings up Piano Legs. Piano Legs is batting .357, 5 for 14. He has 5 RBIs, so he's made them count. And he's had a huge home run that we've talked about before. So here's the roll for Hickman. You can see his home run number is higher than everybody else's. That's not a pitcher, and that's due to his tremendous power. He had, we talked about this before. We've talked about how, the balls in the first decade of the 1900s were basically Nerf balls. You try to hit a Nerf ball 400 feet, not going to do it. And you had to hit your home runs early in the game. They used the same ball throughout the entire game. If it hit into the stands, the spectators were they had ushers expecting them to throw the ball back. And so pitchers chewed up the ball, scratched the ball. They worked on that ball, and it basically was a big ball of yarn by the end of the game. So if you're going to hit a home run, you had to do it early. So we're early here. We're in the third inning. So let's see if he can do it. First and third, nobody out. What is the roll for Charlie Hickman? 85. 85 is a strikeout check. It is not a strikeout. It's a fly out to center field. The runner on third holds. The runner on first holds. Everybody holds. So Hickman does not do the job. So everybody stays at third. So there's now 1 out, first and third. The game is still tied, and that brings up Terry Turner. Turner, the first time up, has singled. He led off the second inning and scored. Here is his roll. 76. 76 is a walk. Now, we've talked about this before. It says it anyway. But if you roll on the W, which is 70-75, and it's not a walk, and there's a man on first, it is a double play. So it is an automatic double play. So the White Sox and Ultrock get out of a huge jam, first and third, nobody out, and they don't allow anybody to score. They just allow the first guy who scored before, but they had first and third, nobody out here, and none of them scored. So that was excellent pitching by Ultrock and excellent defending. And that is a 6-4-3. And that ends the inning. So after 3, we're tied at 3-3. We go to the away half of the 4th inning. And Fielder Jones is up. He hit the big hit. 2-run double. Cleared the bases in the 2nd inning. Here's his roll in the 4th. 12. He gets another hit. And he will try to steal. So base hit to lead off the 4th. And he is a F runner. So it is a 65. And it's a 55, so he steals second. Brings up Sullivan. Sullivan will bunt. Here's his roll. It's a 1. That is to the pitcher. Yes. Roll goes to the pitcher. Pitcher is an average arm, so it's 1 to 5 successful steal or successful sacrifice. Here is his roll, 3, so he does his job. It is a sacrifice hit, runner to third, and the assist goes to the pitcher, and the putout goes to the second baseman on the wheel play. So they have a runner at third, the go-ahead runner at third, and Lee Tannehill's up, and we will bring the infield in again, as Tannehill does not scare us with his bat. Here is the roll for Lee Tannehill. 63. That is a base hit off Rhodes. So the base hit, the runner scores. No stolen base. And Tannehill's, I think he's done this twice. Yes. And he's a 200 batting average hitter, but now he's up to over 300 in this tournament. As he gets another score, another base hit, another RBI, and the White Sox take the lead 4-3. Next batter is Altrock. He will bunt. Here's the roll. 6. So in this case, he rolls first roll down. If outside range, then it's 2 strikes. Roll again. If outside again, strikeout. So he can still try. It's no real big deal. He can try again. He might as well try again. He's the pitcher. He has a single of 3. So might as well try again. Nothing to lose, really. And this time he gets it down. It's hit to the first baseman. So no effect on the second roll. Here's the second roll. 5. He gets it down. Successful sacrifice. With 2 outs. Or 2 strikes, actually. Now there's 2 outs. So it went to the first baseman. And the putout is to the second baseman. So they have a runner now in scoring position once again with 2 out. And the top of the order for Danny Green. Danny Green is 0 for 2. Here's his roll. 98. That 1 is going to be dangerous. It is a error check on Josh Clark. It's a 1 base error. So he reaches on an error. He advances to third. The error is on the center fielder, Clark. So 2 outs. Men at the corners. And the amazing Isbell. His batting average, shockingly, is down to 485. So he is due. Here is his roll. 24. 24 is strikeout on the nose. But because if catcher was an exclamation mark, it would be a walk instead, but it's not, so it is a strikeout. Clutch strikeout by Rhodes. And ends the inning, but the White Sox do score, and it's 4-3 Chicago. Go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and leading off is the catcher, Bemis. Here's the roll for Bemis. 24. 24 is a strikeout. 1 away. Brings up Dusty Rhodes. Here's the roll. 94. That is a check on the second baseman. Second baseman is a 2 error. The roll is 4, no error, so it's a ground out to second base for the second out of the inning. 2 away. Go back to the top of the order for Josh Clark. Here's his roll. 30. 30 is a strikeout. So 2 strikeouts in the inning by Altrock. And we go to the top of the 5th, and it's still 4-3 Chicago. Here's George Davis. Rolls the dice. 79. 79 is, he says strikeout. No, 79 just means he doesn't strike anybody out. So it's higher than a walk. It's a fly out to right field. Fly out to right field. 1 away here in the 5th. Next batter, Jiggs Donahue. His roll. Did it? I don't think it clicked. Did it click? It was a 79 before, so I don't think that was a click. He rolls again. 91. Nobody's on base, so it's a ground out to the pitcher. That's one thing. When you throw dice, you know you roll the dice. So sometimes, you have to watch, and sometimes it just doesn't work when you click the button. Especially if, you go back to the screen and it's not the window in the front, especially after you click on the Adobe Acrobat to look at the rules. See, now it's dim, so you can click this dice all you want and it doesn't do anything because it's not the highlighted, not the window in the forefront. So here's Nixie Callahan now. Here's his roll. It's 58. That's a lefty-righty split. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. It is an out. Fly out to right field. Or center field, sorry. Fly out to center field. So that ends the inning, and it's now in the bottom of the fifth. We're halfway through, and it's 4-3 Chicago. We go to the home half of the fifth. Here is Bill Bradley. He is 1 for 2. Here's his roll. It is a 54. Studio 54 is an out. Ground ball to second base. 1 away. Brings up Lajoie. Lajoie is 1 for 2. Into a double play his first time up. Here's his roll. 40. 40 is a pop out to the first baseman. 2 away. Pop out to the first baseman. 2 out for George Stovall. Stovall's now batting .375. Here's his roll. 53. 53 is an out. Ground ball to first base. Inning over. The pitchers are taking over after a lot of hits in the opening innings. Go to the top of the sixth. 4-3 Chicago. Here is Fielder Jones. He's had a good day. He's 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. And how many runs scored? He has 2 runs scored as well. So the manager can hold his head high, as we've said. Here's his roll. 78. 78 is a higher than the walk, so it's a fly out to center field. 1 away. First time they retired Jones today. Brings up Billy Sullivan. Sullivan is sacrificed twice, but this time he gets a chance to roll. So he can tell his grandkids he had a swing in the American League Championship. 15. Normally that's a hit, but that is a strikeout. So not only can he tell his grandkids he had a swing, but that he had a swing and a miss as well. I don't know if he'll be proud of that. Lee Tannehill, he's been good. He's 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs as well. His roll is a 62. That's another hit. He's 3 for 3 for Tannehill. He's now batting around .340. So the game loves Lee Tannehill. And there's 2 out for Altrock. He's not much of a chance of a hit. He can still get one off Rhodes's card or Rhodes's column, but he's not much on his own. 59. He is a switch hitter, so he gets a hit on the lefty-righty advantage. First to third advances on a weak or A arm. It is strong, so it's first and second with 2 out. And we go to the top of the order to Danny Green. Let's see if he can hit a 3-pointer. Clutch 3-pointer with 2 out. Here's his roll. 56. 56 is not a lefty-righty split. It is an out. And it's a ground ball to shortstop to end the inning. So that ends the 6th with no damage. Although they threaten to break this one wide open, but they don't. And here is Bill Hinchman. Hinchman so far today is 1 for 2. He's batting .262 in this tournament. Here's his roll. 66. 66 is just above this hit. The White Sox are lucky horseshoes in their pants in this game so far. So that is an out. It is a ground ball to shortstop. 1 away. Brings up Hickman. Hickman rolls a 76. That is a ground ball to shortstop as well. 2 ground balls to the shortstop. Davis, who handles each one of them flawlessly. Here's Terry Turner. 26. 26 is another ground ball to shortstop. So busy Davis, but he is up to the challenge. And we're through 6 innings and it's still 4-3 Chicago. Now we have to check how many. He has 31. Rhodes has 31 batters. He's in his 4th time through. 28, 29. He still can go a little ways. He'll reach it this inning, right? 31, 28, 29, 30, 31. So after 31, Donahue, he has a potential to be tired. Here's Isbell. Isbell is 0 for... No, he's 0 for 3. Surprisingly, he's down to 471. Here's his roll. 0-8. That is an extra base hit for Isbell. What's the second roll? 0-1. So because of the ballpark, it is a fly out. So we'll put it as he's a left-handed batter, so it's a fly out to right field. The ballpark took it away. As League Park is a difficult park to hit home runs, which makes Piano Legs Hickman's home runs feats even more impressive. Here's George Davis. Davis is 0 for 3. Here's his roll. 40. 40 is a pop out to third base. Pop out to third. That's 2 away. In this tight ball game. Jiggs Donahue. This is the last batter for Rhodes where he doesn't have to worry about fatigue. Here's his roll. 15. 15 is a base hit. No stolen base, so a 2-out knock. So now he has the potential to be fatigued after the next base runner. And the next potential base runner is Nixie Callahan. Callahan today is 1 for 3. He's batting .257. Here's his roll. 50. 50 is a pop out to the catcher, and the inning is over. That's the catcher. And the inning's over. So we're at the stretch, and it's 4-3 Chicago still. We haven't had a run since the 4th. So here's Turner. We have to pay attention to Ultrock. He's a 35, so he can go through. He's only on his 3rd time through. He's got a long way to go. That's the benefit of not allowing many base runners. Here's Turner. Turner is 1 for 3. He's hit in a double play. He's scored a run. Here's his roll. 60. 60 is a base hit. 10 is higher than 7. No stolen base. So a base hit for Turner. He is... No, it's Bemis. I didn't put it down. It doesn't matter, though. It's still a hit. Because 60 is still 65. And of course, he doesn't steal. So, sorry about that, folks. Didn't click it down. Here's Rhodes now. Rhodes... But he's in a bunting situation, so we might as well leave him in to bunt. So that's what he will do. Here's the bunting roll is a 1. That's to the pitcher. The pitcher is got an S. So he puts the roll down from 1 to 4. If it's 5 or 6, the lead runner is out. It is a 2. He gets it down and successful sacrifice. Runner to second base. Assist to the pitcher. And put out to first base. So there's 1 away. Runner in scoring position for Josh Clark. Lefty-righty vantage is against him. Here is the roll. 77. 77 is not a walk. It's lucky the runner's at second base. Otherwise, it would have been a double play. Runner at second holds. A fly out to left field. Runner holds. So Clark does not come through that time. It's getting to the point where they're going to have to do something. They're behind by 1. And Ultrock is cruising right now. Next batter, Bill Bradley with 2 out. See if he can cash him in. Here's the roll. 53. He will not. It's a ground ball to first base and the inning is over. They waste that opportunity. Unassisted. So we go to the bottom of this. We're through 7. In fact, it's 4-3 still, Chicago. So next we have to pay attention to next base runner. And Fielder Jones leads off. Next base runner and Rhodes is tired. Now for the starter, the only thing that means is that his hit and walk numbers go up by 3. So 68, 78 will be his hit and walk the next time he gives up a base runner. Error does not count. Here's Jones. 17. There's the base runner. It's a walk. So he is officially exhausted. So we look at the Okay, Cleveland used Liebhart for 3 batters, Falkenberg for 8, and Foster for 6. So we have to take that in consideration now as they're going to pick a relief pitcher. Now, the reason why I say that is because you have to look at the... Where is it? Oh, yeah, it's down here. You have to look at this BR. This is the number of base runners or batters that they can face in a 4-day span. So, for instance, we said that Falkenberg is 8. So Falkenberg's number is 14. So really, he only has 6 batters left before he's tired. So we probably shouldn't put him in right away unless we're desperate. Liebhart is only 3, so his number is 12. And Foster is 6, so his number is 11. So we can put those guys in, but we can't put in Falkenberg. We can, but he only has 6 batters left. So who should we bring in? So there, and we have to remember to put this into ball stat. So fielders up, we got the right-hander Sullivan and Tannehill. That's one thing I wish ball stat would have the base. I mean, can you do it here? Is that what that's for? To say if they're righty or lefty, it would be helpful. But we'll go here, look between the lines. Next batter, righty. So we would definitely want to bring in a right-hander. And that's what we will do. Let's see. The possibilities are Liebhart again. Charlie Check, who is a very good pitcher. Thielman, who really isn't. Falkenberg, Ryan. Ryan's good, but he's like, I treat him like the closer. Clarkson, no. Burgers Tomorrow's check. Thielman. Jack Ryan. We'll bring in Charlie Check. There's no tomorrow. It doesn't pay to hold on to him. Let's put him in. We need him right. Although see, I'm almost overthinking things. These guys are horrible. But Tannehill, he gets lucky rolls. He gets it off the pitcher. And this guy might just bunt. Like, do you bunt with him to get him to third? I think that's the play here. But we got to bring, if a tired pitcher, they might, I don't want to outsmart myself. But if I'm playing against somebody, they might swing away if they know my pitcher's tired. So we will not bring in Check. We will bring in... we might as well bring in Thielman. 67 is his hit. 72 is his walk. We don't want to give up a hit. So we could bring in Foster. He walks everybody, but he doesn't give up many hits. And he's got 11, I think I said 11 batters left. So we're bringing Foster. We don't want to give up a base hit. That's why we're bringing him in. Rhodes is done. He hits the road. And Foster comes in. We take him out here. Delete. See, I get so involved in this. Then what happens is I start, okay, let's play. And I forget about the second, not more important, but equally important part, which is changing the pitcher in ball score. So he's in the 9th position. And he will pitch. So that looks good here. Foster's in the game. Sullivan. Okay, now we got to hit this. This is where I always forget. And then we put it in a new pitcher who's Foster. Foster will bat 9th. And there he is. He's in the game. Change has been detected in your defense. Why is there changes in my defense? Okay. I changed the pitcher. So why is there changes in my defense? Oh, well, we'll ignore that. I know it's not good to ignore. There's something wrong. Spider's senses are tingling. Okay, so with a guy who doesn't give up any hits, they're going to bunt. Sullivan's going to roll the bunt here at 6. He does not get the first bunt down. He will try again. 5. He gets it down that time. He goes to the third baseman. Third baseman is the weak sauce arm, Bradley. So no chance of getting the lead runner. And let's see if they get a 1. They don't, so it's successful sacrifice. Advances to... Oh, it wasn't on second. Okay, he's at third. Somehow I thought he stole. No. Okay, so that's good. Either way, it's a sacrifice by the third baseman. Put out to the second baseman on the wheel play. So that brings up Tannehill, who is red hot off the pitchers. But we eliminated that, hopefully. 60 and 61 are the only way he can roll in the 60s, a base hit. Doesn't have much on his own. So there's man in scoring position now for Tannehill. They can't afford this run scored. Here is the roll. And everything's right? With ball score. Let's check that. Let's see. Reports, box score. They have the pitcher in. I don't know what they're talking about with the defense thing. Defense looks good to me. They just want to freak me out, that's all. They know I'm on edge with this thing. Okay, here's the roll. 60! Oh, can you believe that? He gets another one off the pitcher. 60. And second to home, 1 base advance. Man, that Tannehill. The luckiest man alive. First and third now with 1 out. And the pitcher's up. Now, Ultrock is a horrible hitter. Would they pinch hit for him? Would they pinch hit? He's ahead. He's got a lot left, but I think they'd pitch hit. They got first and third. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to pinch hit. Who are they going to bring in? They got a right-handed pitcher, right? Foster, yes. And so they want to bring in a left-handed batter. They got Hub Hart, who's not much of a hitter. Frank Smith. So some of the pitchers can hit, but they're all right-handers. You got Ducky Holmes. I think Ducky is probably the best bet at this point. So they're going to bring in Ducky. That's it for Ultrock. They didn't use... Did they use any pitchers in the... Yeah, they used Patterson. And Patterson for 6 batters. But still, they want to get more runs. They want to break this open. So that's why they're going to take him out. Maybe you wouldn't do it. Maybe in real life, dead ball, they probably wouldn't do this. But this is the playoffs. And they still, they have... some relievers here. They got Big Ed Walsh. They got Doc White. They got Roy Patterson. I mean, they have 3 good pitchers. Might as well use them. So that's why they're going to bring in the Duck. The Duck comes in to pinch hit. And let's see if that pays off for the White Sox. Ducky Holmes. Now with Foster. They announced the batter. Do we bring in a left-hander? You got Lattimore. 66. You have the lefty-righty advantage then, but the hits on the 60s. Now this is, I know it's not Tannehill up, the man who rolls 60-61 every time, but these guys are dreadful. They got up so many hits from 60. This is pitching, right? 60 and carry over into the strikeouts of 80, 81, 82, and 83. That's how many hits these guys give up, so they're not going to see the time of day. The only one is Lattimore, and so you gain 3 points on the lefty-righty split, but you lose 5 points on the 60s, so he's staying in the ball game. You can afford a walk. You can't afford a strikeout. Or you can afford a walk. You can't afford a hit. So they're leaving Foster in the game. Foster, we have to think about him. Okay, he's got 11 batters. So he's faced 2, so he's down to 9. Altrock is not in. So that good I looked because they have Ducky Holmes in. Got to bring it in ball score. Ducky Holmes. He's the batter now. All right. Here's the swing to Ducky Holmes. 97. 97 is a range check on piano legs. He notoriously bad fielder. The 6, if it would have been a 5, he would have made the play, but it's a 6, so it's a base hit. The runner on... He's on third. So it's first and third, right? Yep, it's first and third. So the runner scores, and the runner on first advances on a weak arm, but Hickman is a strong arm. So the insurance run is indeed in. First and second now with 1 out. Gets it on the range play. So it is 5-3, first and second. And Holmes does the job. And it's Danny Green. Danny Green's 0 for 4. Here's his roll. It's 30. 30 is an out. It's a pop out to first base. Second out of the inning. Pop out to first base. 5-3 Chicago. American League Championship is in their sights. Here's Isbell. He is overdue. Here's his roll. He got stolen away from him. Yeah, that's what happened to him last time. 92. It's a pass ball possibility. Pass ball is 4. The roll is 6, so it's no pass ball. If it's a pass ball, batter gets another roll. If there's men on base and it's a pass ball. See, I have to read this carefully. And it's a pass ball. Runner's a pass. Batter gets another roll. But it's not a pass ball, so I believe it's a pop out to catcher. Pop out to catcher. And I might have made a mistake before. Okay, pinch hitter was inserted, but now we're playing it right. Pinch hitter was inserted in the last inning. Yes, we know. Ducky. So we got to bring in a new pitcher. So we look at the lineup for the home team. It's Lajoie, so it's all a bunch of right-handers coming up, so they're going to bring in a right-handed pitcher. They got a 2-run lead with 2 innings left. They're going to bring in Big Ed Walsh, who did in the Cubs in 06. Now he's going to do in the Naps in 1905. He's going to be batting 9th and pitching. And he is now the pitcher is Big Ed Walsh. A young man at this point, 24 years old. Probably just unknown at this point what he would become. There's Ed Walsh. It's still Ducky Holmes in the batting lineup, so we got to make sure we take out Ducky. Where are you, Ducky? There you are. Delete. Delete. We'll put a U because we used you. And Walsh batting 9th and pitching. Now we got to remember it here. New pitcher. New pitcher is Walsh. He's batting 9th. Changes have been there. It says again. I don't know. We did change. We brought in a pitcher. That's a natural thing. Flip. And he's in the game, so I don't know why it's giving me this error all of a sudden. So Walsh is in. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Now here, Foster. Foster's still on the mound, right? I didn't screw up there. Foster's still on the mound. Okay, so good. So we go to the home team now, and it's Lajoie. Lajoie's 1-4-3. They need to get busy. Off Ed Walsh. His hit number is 66. His walk is 73. Strikeout 86. His home run -4. Here is the roll. 46. That's a carryover on the shortstop. Carryover would be 1. He rolled a 5. No carryover. It is a successful ground out to shortstop. He's been flawless today in the field. 1 away. Brings up Stovall. Stovall will swing. 30. It's a pop out to the first baseman. 2 away. Pop out to the first baseman. I think the White Sox can start to smell it. Here's Hinchman. 30. That's an out. It's a pop out to the catcher. Lots of pop outs. And the inning's over. 1, 2, 3. Go the Naps. Can't wait till I can call them the Indians again. Because I struggle with the Naps. I always want to call them Indians. Okay, so we go to the top of the 9th. And Foster. Might as well take out Foster. Don't want to use him up. So we have George Davis, switch hitter. Then Donahue, then Callahan. We'll bring somebody else in. We'll bring in Charlie Check. They can't afford any more runs. So he's the pitcher. Take him out here. Delete. I want to hit the tab and hit the caps lock. Okay, so Check is here. 9. And the pitcher. Everything okay? No, because we got to do it in ball score. New pitcher. Check. 9th. All right, new pitcher. We ignore you. I didn't ignore you. Okay, we play. Okay. So it's George Davis, the switch hitter. It was 0 for 4. And Check is here. Here's the roll. 67. 67's higher than the hit. It's a fly ball to left field. 1 away. 5-3 Chicago. Next batter, Jigs Donahue. Here's his roll. 97. That's a error check on Hickman. He makes the error. It's a 2-base error. He's struggling out there in the field. That is very realistic. Error on left fielder Hickman, but they need his bat. They need a 2-run homer. That's what they need. So he stays in the lineup. That brings up Callahan. Callahan rolls the dice. 0-2. It's an extra base hit. Roll again. 25. It's a double. That scores a 6th. White Sox run. It's now 6-3. And it's an unearned run. Next batter, Fielder Jones. He's had a good day. He is 2 for 3 with a walk. Here's his roll. 36. 36 is a ground ball to short. The runner is on second, so he advances. That's instead of a double play. So it is a ground ball to, was it short? I was too busy thinking about, yeah, okay. Ground ball to short. 6-3. Runner advances to third. 2 away. Man at third. For Sullivan. Roll the dice. 60. A base hit. What's it with these two guys at the bottom of the lineup getting these 60s? Base hit and the 7th run scores. So it's now 7-3 Chicago. That should pretty much do it. But of course, here's Tannehill batting 367. He is 4 for 4 and all off the pitcher's card. I call pitcher's card this 60-64. Here's his roll. 96. 96 is a check on Bill or Terry Turner. Thankfully, he has a asterisk, so he makes the play, and that ends the inning. So after they score 2 in the 8th, and it's 7-3 Chicago now. And the pitcher is Ed Walsh. Hinchman is not at bat. It's Charlie Hickman. And here's the roll to Hickman, 98. That's a check on the manager, Fielder Jones, and he makes an error. Will that open the door for a possible comeback? Error on Fielder Jones. So a man on first. Is there a stolen base? Nope. Brings up Terry Turner. When you're down 4, you don't bunt. You swing away. Here's the roll. 65. 65's a base hit. And it is first to third, an F exclamation runner. I don't think Hickman is, though. He's an S runner. So he goes to second. Maybe we should pinch run for him. That's what we'll do. We'll pinch run for the slow-footed piano legs Hickman. And we'll bring in somebody who can't hit a lick but can run. Is there anybody like that? No, we're going to save him. We have Pairing. That's what it says when I turn on my Bluetooth. It always says Pairing. We'll bring in Pairing to pinch run. Should have done this before, although it was exclamation mark advances. So Pairing will come in. He will 6th position. And he will pinch run. PR. So we will bring in a pinch runner. And that was Pairing. For the man on second. It doesn't even let me do it. So if using a courtesy run, then place the runner in the same slot each time. Or don't use courtesy runners. All right, so what do we do here? How do we get it on the second baseman? So you hit pinch runner, but it doesn't let you. What's it, this one? It's pinch runner here, steal second, pass ball, wild pitch, balk. Picked off, manual advance. Nothing there. What's this M do? What's the big M? Markers and assignments. I don't see the way. Set the defense. Edit the cell. I don't know. It's not letting me. Got to be able to pinch run for the guy on second base. Well, just do it here. He won't be in the line score or the box score. But we do have Pairing pinch running here. So that's what matters, right? So we have next batter. We got Harry Bemis. So he's going to... We got to field this, though. This was a... What was the play? Don't even remember after all that. It was an error, right? It was an error on fielder... No, that was the first one. You guys have the benefit of going back and looking. Okay, maybe I'll refresh my memory if I put 7 on. Because it changes the role, too. He got on... It wasn't a fielding play. It was a... It wasn't hit by pitch. How did you get on base? Yeah, it was something where it said... Something where we needed the runner advances if it's F exclamation mark. I remember that part. Wasn't here. You guys are screaming at your screen right now, I know. It wasn't a hit. It was a hit on Walsh. That is right. It was a hit on Walsh. It was a 65. Okay, so it was a base hit. The runner goes to second. Doesn't advance because of his slow-footed runner. Okay, we're ready. We're good. You don't have to scream at your screen anymore. So we got Bemis, who can't hit a lick. So should we pinch hit for him? They don't have a lot on the bench either, though. Be nice. We could bring in Clark. That's what we'll do. Bring in the pinch hitter Clark. He's going to bat 8th. He's the other catcher, so that's a natural fit. That'll be it for Bemis. He's the better catcher as well, and he's used. So that brings up Clark. He is now the batter. 2 men on. They need him to get the hit. They got Charlie Check. He might be a good hitter. We haven't seen him before at the plate. So let's hope for a good roll here. We got everything right. Walsh, and 2 men on, right? We got a pinch hitter. Yes. Okay, so that's Clark. Clark will pinch hit. They'll let me do that this time. Clark is in there. All right. We're ready now. Here's the roll. 88. 88 is not a strikeout. It's a fly ball to center field. Runners all hold. That hurts. So the 1 man out. And let's see if Charlie Check can hit. Not very well. He's a right-handed batter, so he's coming out of the game. Need somebody. Is there anybody that can hit on this team? Deacon McGuire. The Deacon, he can't walk, but he can hit 18. Elmer Flick, the Hall of Famer. Oh, there's Wilbur Good, too. Okay, they do have some guys. Wilbur Good would be the best. So that's the one we're going to bring in. Wilbur Good. He's going to pinch hit. So Wilbur Good comes into the game. There he is. And we're going to bring in a pinch hitter here. Good. So now we have 2 men on. Good at bat. Left-handed batter. And let's see what he can do. 32. 32 is a strikeout. So he can do nothing. And it brings up Clark. 2 men on again. Here's his roll. 39. 39 is a fly out to right, inning over. So after 8 complete. Oh no, it's 8 complete. It's 9 complete. It's the 9th inning. And the game is over. The White Sox are American League champions as they defeat the Cleveland Naps by a score of 7-3. Hail to the champions. And we're going to export it to ball score. A win has not been assigned. Okay, so we have to hit N. That's right, N. So Altrock is the winner. Rhodes is the loser, and Walsh has the save. Now we got that. Now we can export it. Update this team. They're exported, and now they're exported. So that is it. We don't want to rescore. Here is the box score. 7 runs for Chicago, 14 hits and 2 errors. For Cleveland, 3 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. They fall to 8-3. The White Sox finish the tournament with an 8-1 record. Altrock is his 4th victory of the tournament to 1 defeat. Rhodes is 2-3. He has all 3 of the Cleveland losses. I don't know. I don't think that's right. Because Joss had the loss yesterday. Anyway, we'll figure that out later. This has been King Icky Boo from Tuktoyaktuk. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you now next time. Hail to the victors. The champions of the 1900s American League are the 1905 White Sox. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.